I'm Dr. Nan. I'm a religionist, ancient historian, and mythologist, and I teach in the College of Liberal Arts. Like many of you, I have been struggling the last few days, but I wanted to share a few thoughts about going forward. Thanks to my students, I have been kind of forced to push through the darkness and emerge on the other side a little quicker than I did in 2016. First of all, regarding women in Project 2025, and the LGBTQ community and people of color likewise, and the disabled community. For the white hetero-cis men out there, if you see us shying away from you and not feeling safe around you, there's good reason for that. Please know, we will respect you when you respect us. We will hold you in awe when you hold us in awe in earnest. We will treat you with equity when you treat us with equity. But now you're really going to have to prove yourselves before you have that trust. Also, I'd like to just point out, but you also should probably realize that 100% of the adult women in your life have been the recipients of anything from sexual assault to the unwanted dick pic. That's not how you earn our respect. That's not how you earn our trust. There have been thousands of years of unheard voices of brilliant people. We were just starting to be heard. Don't turn the clock back. You're going to miss out on so many brilliant innovations, art, the evolution of the species into something better if you quiet our voices again. To my fellow women out there, to the LGBTQIA plus communities, to all of the people of color out there that fear, band together, create communities. I feel like this may be an opportunity to create the communities that we have lost over the last several decades. Go offline, find those people in person, have meetings, have places where you can air your feelings and what you think. Start thinking about how we're going to rebuild, because we will rebuild. We're going to recreate from this. And my mind keeps turning to World War II, as dark and horrible as it was. Out of that, Europe emerged more equitable, universal health care, social safety nets. We will emerge out of this better. But first we have to see the darkness, the shadow, recognize it, and realize it's never going away. The shadow is always there. And we have to work always to keep it under control, I guess, if that's possible. I think some of the things that led us here, the 24-hour news cycle that profits on anxiety, fear, and anger. The definition of news. We really need to define that in our government. What is news and what is not? Social media has got to take responsibility for the lies, misinformation, and damage that it does. And we have to reconnect. We have to reconnect in person. Our brains depend on it. We are social creatures, biologically social creatures. The limbic system in the brain requires us to be in community. If we're not in community, we literally go crazy. Also at the root of this has been the anti-intellectualism that's been going on for the last 50 years or so. The idea that you don't need college, and a lot of people don't need college. Not everybody should go to college, but we do need to have really good K through 12, where students are encouraged, where they can blossom, but where they are held accountable, where we require them to do hard things. Less than a quarter of the people in this nation are even remotely literate in U.S. history. Less than a quarter of the people in this nation know what the three branches of government are or how they work. Donald Trump does not understand how the government even works. Maybe we need to get rid of the Electoral College. We've got to educate the electorate, and we need to require people to vote. If you're over 21, you should be required by law to vote. One of the reasons that the shadow has taken over is that the shadow votes in far greater numbers than the rest of us. It's literally the least we can do to maintain our democracy, and we didn't do it. So start getting together with your communities, lock arms, do no harm, but take no shit. Be strong and start thinking about the rebuild now, because we're going to have to do the hard work to do that for our kids, for our grandkids, for my students, for my nieces and nephews, and yours, for ourselves. Let's get to work. Love ya. Till next time, keep asking questions, stay curious, and I'll see you next time.